W.C. Handy, my great-grandfather, is known as the father of the blues. The reason is because he's the first person to actually publish the music. A lot of people will argue, well, he's not the father of the blues. They had other great artists before him. But it was just the fact that he actually published, which opened up the door. The music was being played everywhere before. His publishing of the St. Louis Blues, which was his biggest hit, brought the blues to mainstream America.
It all started in Memphis under the name of Pace and Handy Music Company.
Folks have just been down to Memphis town. That's where the people smile on you all the while. I went to Memphis. I had in my band some of the best musicians in the country, but we couldn't get work to do. The bands played the popular music of the day, New York hits, and I knew that a band of strangers playing the same music wouldn't get as much recognition as if we would write something of our own that would give us a certain stamp. There was a mayor campaign coming on, and I wrote a little tune that I called Mr. Crump. Well, Mr. Crump don't allow no easy riders here, because Mr. Crump was running on a clean-up ticket. He was going to drive out gambling and drive out other things with which gambling was associated. And there were those among us who didn't believe he was going to do what he said he was going to do. You know how things are today. Well, we played that on the corner of Main and Madison, and it stopped the traffic. Stenographers danced with the bosses. Men ran up to the band to know what's the name of that, and we said, it's Mr. Crump. We had to play it over and over and over. And Mr. Crump got elected. If a band couldn't play Mr. Crump, they couldn't get a job. And then later, I published this number, and I couldn't use Mr. Crump's name, as he'd become the boss of Tennessee politics. So I changed the name from Mr. Crump to the Memphis Blues, which was the first blues published, and the Memphis Blues carried the first jazz break for the tenor saxophone. I never will forget the tune that Handy called the Memphis Blues. Oh, them blues. They had a fiddler there that always slickened his hair, and folks he sure